All righty. I'm 2 minutes early because I'm out of control. It's a webinar gone wild. My name is Diane Hochman. Guys, give me a shout out in the chat. Let me know you can hear me okay and I haven't broken the webinar just yet. You never know. I've been known to break them. Last time I was here, it got a little crazy. So give me a shout out and let me know. Ellie says I'm live, which means I must be live. Hello, 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 everybody. And welcome to 2017. Now, I don't know about you guys, but it seems like it was just yesterday that it was 1999. We were hanging around thinking the world. Shal's is in the house. Hey, everybody. Remember that, guys? Those of you that are old enough, you remember 1999 and remember that everybody had to get cash and gas because we thought all the computers were going to shut down and the world was going to end and all this other stuff. And we had to be with our close family because if the world ended, you had to be with your parents and all this stuff. So the idea of saying 2017, it's just crazy. And then for those of you that are good at math, anybody here good at math? I was born in 1967, which means 2017 is a big year for me. So, and anybody who's really smart, put in the chat what that adds up to. I have a big birthday coming up pretty soon. So there's a lot. Hello, everybody. Hello, Ron. Hello, Jen, Crystal, everybody. Yep. Well, Robert, you've already seen the big 50, so you let me know how it is. Really, Deidre? So you were born in 57. What month is your birthday in? I will, exactly, Jeff. I will finally be 21. I've been waiting to have a cocktail all this time. I only got water tonight. They wouldn't give me anything else. So it's a big year. And as a, as a mark of a big year, I want to do big things this year. Just so you know, I'm turning on the Q&A. So if as I'm talking, you need to say anything to me personally, or you want to make sure I see it as the chat starts going. Juliana, I'm glad you think I look good for my age. I did a video the other day and I was showing my wrinkles close up and in person. So, and I always joke and say, why the heck didn't they come up with HD video when I was, like 32, when I was starting this business? They waited until I was like, whatever, 47 or whatever I was when HD came out. But it is what it is, what it is, what it is. And that's the way I'm looking at this year. It's fresh new beginnings for me, fresh new excitement. I'm starting a new stage in my life. And right now I'm watching everybody talking about New Year's and resolutions and all the things you're going to do. Now, you got to remember, I've been doing this for 17 years. Some of you guys have been in the game as long, if not longer. Some of you guys are new. And so I've seen all this stuff over and over and over and over and over and over and over throughout the years. So tonight I want to just have a kind of a fireside chat, even though the fire is not on. It's actually kind of warm in here. I want to have a little talk. Want to tell you about some projects that I have going on, and we'll take questions or anything you guys want to talk about. I'm also going to survey you guys and get a little help from you if you don't mind. So first thing I want to talk about is, and it's a rule I learned from a mentor a long time ago. What you tell yourself you'll do, if you don't actually do it, you literally teach yourself not to trust you. Let me say that again, and I'll say it in 3 or 4 different ways. When you say you're going to do something and you don't do it, you're literally training yourself not to trust you, which is like really messed up. Because if you can't trust you, who can you trust, right? I mean, seriously, in this world, things happen, as my good old mentor Joe used to say, planes crash, people die, stuff happens, people leave, people come, people go. It's part of life. So really, we have to learn to trust ourselves. So I want to teach you a technique that I learned that really changed my life. I've taught it before. We'll teach it again. It's a good lesson for a January, especially in this momentous year for us. So the first thing we want to do, because I just saw John wrote Mr. Procrastinate. I am the queen I don't have my tiara around. I am the queen of procrastinators. Cuckoo, cuckoo. I am so good at procrastinating. It's not even funny. I am so good at screwing things up. And I'm not beating myself up because I want you to hear the lesson. By the way, my cat is knocking things over as we speak. Maybe she'll come in and say hello. Sometimes she jumps up on the table. You never know what she's going to do. So I am, I keep saying on videos and stuff this week, I'm a lazy ass. I'm this and that. But what I learned was not to say I'm going to do something if there's a chance, at all that I won't do it. Okay, because I'm working on my subconscious mind. January here in Hochmania world and Hochman camp is all about the mind. And I'll tell you about that in a few minutes. And then we're going to get into all kinds of marketing throughout the year. Those of you that would like to partake, we love you. There's going to be free stuff. You're going to see me out a lot more this year. I'm going to be on the road this year. I'll go through, I have a list of all the things I want to tell you guys. But here's the deal. Do we all agree that when we tell ourselves we're going to do something or say to the world we're going to do something and then we don't do it, we're probably kind of sending our brain, our subconscious brain, right? The back of your head, the subconscious part, we're probably telling the subconscious brain some messed up stuff. Do we agree that that's probably true? I know it was for me. So what I did was I stopped letting fall from my lips or my fingers things that I didn't know that I was going to do. And I made it a rule that I only said things that I 100% knew I would do, or I put disclaimers and qualifiers. For example, some of you guys have been asking about this. Wait, let me turn around. They're all here. Gabe's right here. I put something on Facebook and I said, hey, if you want a box of Gary Vee books, right? I had extra Gary Vee books from an event we did back at the beginning of the year trying to clean out the house. If you want some Gary Vee books, send me on Facebook Messenger, send me $13.45, which is the postage for these boxes, right? And I'll print out a label and I'll send them out to you. But I said specifically, but I am traveling and I may or may not get to them right away. I may or may not. There's a good chance. Now, are they in a box? Yes. Did I get the boxes? Yes. Are they sitting here ready for a label to be slapped on? Yes. Before I left for travel, I was away for 3 weeks. I had problems with the USPS site. The labels haven't been printed yet. I have all the names. Everything's written. Everything's ready to go. Just have to print labels, put them on, and schedule a pickup. Okay? So did I say I was going to send out Gary Vee books? By the way, if any of you want some, let me know. Let me know. Message me on Facebook. It's just facebook.com/Diane Hochman, Hochman. Let me know. I'll tell you what to do. I'm not charging for the books. I just need postage to send them to you. So if you want them or if you live local, let me know. We can connect, whatever. I said I would send them, which is true. Okay. But I specifically said there's a good chance it's going to take a little while, which was also true. Now, Ron Henley's on here. I thought I saw him float by. Ron's books and tapes are over here. I said I would send them. I just don't have a box that they fit in, and I haven't gone to a store to get a box. And unfortunately, I've just been really busy and on the road, so I haven't had time to do that. Will I send them? Yeah, I will, because I'm cleaning out the house. They're going to go. It's just a matter of when. And I was very clear when I told him I'd send them. I don't know when I'm going to send them. And every so often, he sends me a love note. And by the way, I found more, Ron. I'm going to need like a bunch of boxes. It's going to cost me like $10,000 to mail them to you. I might drive to Atlanta. I think it would be good. I want to see you anyway. I've never seen you. So I say things, but if I say I'm going to do something, I do it. If I'm not sure when I'm going to do it, I put in a disclaimer. And if I'm not sure I'm going to do it, I don't say it. Now, do I slip sometimes? Do I blow it? If somebody's sitting here going, I know you, and 4 years ago, you said this. Okay, great. I said I was going to come to Atlanta. I said this or that, things I'd like to do. But I try to be very careful about what I say. So right now, especially as your business grows, more and more people are coming at you, more and more people are messaging you. I think a lot of you guys deal with this stuff. So right now, if you look around and all you have to do is look on Facebook, there's a thread on my wall, right? I ask people, what are you going to focus on? Pick one thing and what are you going to focus on? And so what everybody does is they write 22 things they're going to focus on, and they can't possibly do them all. It's not possible. So they tell themselves they're going to do something, and then they put themselves in a deficit and into a state of self-depreciation, beating yourself up. So I want you guys to take that lesson to heart. And I want you to pick something that you are dedicated to. And I'm going to tell you what I made a declaration. If I make a declaration, it has to happen. I'm petrified. I'm scared. I'd like everybody's support. But I've been all these years, I've only done a couple of products ever, and they've been in conjunction with My Lead System Pros. A bunch of you guys own some of my products: Traction Marketing Intensive, Twist Your List, Guru Code, Deep Abyss, right? And I did not create the products per se. All I did was record some training. I handed them over, and they did everything. They did everything. By the way, somebody just said, is Dublin around the corner? Dublin, we just started having flights from Hartford to, of all places, Dublin. Aer Lingus, we have I think there's 2 international flights out of Hartford at all. And one of them is to Dublin. So it's interesting. But anyway, I'm not saying I'm coming. I'd like to come. But I can't promise I'm coming. So I said to myself, Diane, it's 2017. You're going to be 50 years old. You have 17 years of knowledge in this industry. It's time to lay it down. And I have procrastinated about this for years, and this and that, and made excuses and said all the reasons why I wasn't going to do it. But I specifically said I wasn't going to do it. This year, I made a decision that I am creating a new product. Very ambitious goal. It's not a goal. It's an outcome. It's going to happen. I'm going to create 12, count them, 12. I don't have enough fingers. 12 new products. Now, am I going to do product launches and jump up and down and do contests? No, that's not my style. Nothing wrong with that. It's good. I participate in a lot of launches. I win cool prizes in them. I like it. But that's not what I'm looking to do. I'm looking to create a product library for all of you and all the people. Thank you, Ellie. You're learning copy. Ellie's learning copy. She put the 12 in the brackets. Good girl. I want to create, so when people are saying I'm struggling with something, I want to have, and if it's in my world of expertise, because I can list 47,000 things that are not my expertise, and I can send you to the people that are real good at it. But if it's in my world of expertise, I want to have a product that I can say to someone, this is everything I know about this subject. And so that's what I'm doing. And as I mentioned earlier, January, we kick off with the mind. I have the product that's coming out. Some of you guys might have just seen it on Facebook. It's called The Warrior's Way. If you like the Deep Abyss, if you had access to Guru Code, not that many people had access, that was 3-4 years ago. If you had access to Guru Code, if you've been on any of my mind stuff, that's what I'm laying down. It's an audio-based course. It's designed so that you can listen to it as you come and go. It's downloadable, and it's going to give you warrior concepts. And when I say warrior, I don't mean fighting. I'm talking about, guys, you got to fight for your freedom, right? You got to fight for your freedom. You have to train your mind. You have to learn how to manage yourself and manage others. So that's the first course. Okay, that's the first course. And another thing that I was taught a long time ago is if you have to explain it, you don't possess it. I have no intentions of selling these courses and like I said, making a big ruckus. They're going to be there. And those people that want them, those people that are really into what I'm doing and learning from me, will pick them up as they see fit. Those people that are not into it won't. And that, my friends, is good for me. Okay, so tonight, I want to give you an update on some of the plans I have. I want to talk some more about some mindset ideas and start off the year ideas. And I don't want you sitting at the end of 2017 kind of looking like another year got by me. I want to talk to you about financial stuff. But first, is it okay if I give you guys some updates on other plans I have for the year, just so you guys know where I'm going and what I'm doing, in case you want to come along? Is that cool with you guys? It's audio. Yes, it's designed to be downloadable. You can put it on your phone. You can listen to it in the car. It is specifically designed for that, but it's going to be deep. So don't drive into a tree. Okay, don't drive into a tree. It's a lot of concepts that I have used. Some of them come from 2 or 3 different mentors, actually 3 different mentors, but they're not their concepts originally either, because a lot of them are really spiritually, biblically based, but it's not, don't worry, it's not a religious course or anything like that. In space is right, Carol. You guys are cracking me up, or Ellie said it, excuse me. And it's also my interpretation of a lot of concepts that I was taught, how I change them and how I use them in this millennium. The people that taught me these ideas in person, but then many of them also via book and tape, they executed in the last millennium or the one before. So today, information is coming at you 100. If you were to look at Wallace Wattles, the author of The Science of Getting Rich, right? And there's a couple concepts that I like that I really learned from him that changed my life. Wallace Wattles did not have notifications and beeps and junk going off all day. Wallace Wattles and people of his time period went and sat in the woods, looked at lakes and wrote books. They didn't have all of this media and ideas and concepts and presidential elections and all this stuff coming at them. They didn't have all the dialogue. I mean, dialogue back then was sitting over dinner and having a vigorous conversation over port. Now it's like, how do you manage your mind when that's coming? How do you manage your thoughts and ideas and confusion and all this stuff when that's coming? How do you learn to be true to yourself? How do you learn to trust yourself? How do you learn to trust your gut? People always go, how do you know? No, I just know. Why do I know? Because I train myself to trust who I am. I train myself to really dig into my beliefs, my values. And I'm cool with everybody else's beliefs and values. Believe me, I'm cool. Whatever turns you on. All I can do is live by mine. Most people are looking for somebody else to tell them how to think and who to be. And then they end up in pain. And they end up in this industry, they get sucked around, pulled around, and abused. My goal is to take people with this, is to take people and train them how to think for themselves and help other people, so that you're no longer in a position where you can be victimized. You can be a champion of whatever program you decide to be in. You can be a champion of your list, your entity, your audience. People are trying to brand themselves and create audiences when they don't know what they think. They don't know who they are. So let me tell you what else is going on. So 12 courses, and you guys are going to help me in a minute with them if you want. Guys, I have a lot of travel already on the books for 2017, and I'm looking to do more travel. In fact, in 2017, I've actually hired an assistant. It's a miracle. I now have a person that can look after my cat, take out my garbage, do all kinds of stuff around the place, run errands, stock my fridge when I'm coming home with my bubbly water that I like, that I haven't had for weeks because she's away right now for the holidays. I have an assistant, which means I'm free to come and go and do different things, right? Because they're going to cover me. So I have a lot of travel on the books. I'm looking to do more travel. Yes, Tracy knows me. Tracy, it is a miracle. And basically this assistant is a friend of my daughter's who forced herself on me, not trying to make me hire her. Oh, Robert, I'll be in Fort Lauderdale. That's a guarantee, but next time I'll come a day early so I can come hang out with you a bit. So basically what I'm putting this out there to you guys because I might run some events and masterminds. I'm definitely going to have masterminds here in Connecticut and in Vegas because I do that suite with the big wraparound balcony and stuff like that. But I'm open to doing different events in different places. If any of you have the ability to put enough people into a room and make it viable, I don't need to be pulling down $1 million for coming out and doing an event. But what I do need to do is at least cover my expenses and, buy myself some food and all that other stuff. So if you have access to a room or you have ideas. Now, Austin, we know will be in August no matter what. I may be in Austin again in April. So Austin's going to be on the calendar a couple times. Fort Lauderdale, I'm definitely going to have on the calendar because no doubt I'll be leaving on a cruise out of Fort Lauderdale. I'll just come in early. I'll try to book like a Sunday cruise and do a Saturday something or other. And Robert can help me put that together for those of you that are in South Florida. But I'm open. I have a lot of stuff going on. I'm also doing some work for some different network marketing companies and their management teams. So if any of you guys know of any people that are looking for trainers that are generic trainers to come in and do stuff like that, guys, don't put I want you to come to here. What you want to do is say, Diane's willing to travel. Let me propose to her an idea. Okay, now if there happens to be something going on and I tell everybody I'm going to be in the area, great. But what I say to you guys is pitch me. I haven't been to Ireland yet. And I really, because I've been to the UK multiple times. I've been to Scotland. I would love to come to Ireland. So, but you got to get enough people. I'm also open. And again, I'm putting disclaimers in because somebody's going to go, she said she was going to get, no, I'm saying I'm open. I like to cruise a lot. I went on 5 cruises this year. I will go on as many cruises as possible. If somebody wants to book cruises and do some training during a cruise or something like that, or just lifestyle stuff or learning how to manage and handle people, I would be down for that. I can let you guys know. When I'm going on vacation, sorry, you're not invited. But a working cruise, I'm always down for that. So, you know, come up with ideas, pitch me on an idea, tell me how you're going to handle or manage some of it. I'm down. Like, would I go to people? Basically, this is how it works. People contact me and they say, we have a group, it's getting together, we'd like you to come, you know, we'll fly you over, we'll put you up or whatever, because the group covers the cost. Allie, I'll go as far as Albany and then you have to collect me. That's it. Albany is the end of my line. Actually, I'll go north. I don't really go west. I go north of Albany, not west. So up the north way, I can do it. I'd love to get back up to Montreal. I don't know who's up there. So workshops here in Connecticut, small, hands-on. I'd like to do some Warriors Way workshops. So I'm looking at putting that together. We're talking 5, 10, 15, 20 people. I do not want to run big events right now. I want to speak at big events, tell people to book me. Also doing a lot of one-on-one and my concerts and consulting, which I did a couple of years ago. I get tickets to a lot of great concerts, again, here in Connecticut. So I'm going to put up a schedule of different ones that are available. You'd come in, you'd spend the afternoon with me, do consulting, and then go to the concert. I can either just get you tickets for you and whoever you want to bring. Sometimes I can get tickets and we can all go. Did that. In fact, Chris Kelly's here. We did that for Santana a couple of years ago or last year, whatever it was. We had a great time. Have breakfast, do a little more consulting, send you on your way. So that's an option. Those are some of the things that are going on. And what I want you guys to know is I'm cutting videos again for the first time. And now, by the way, this isn't, I didn't bring you all here to tell you all about me, because I'd like to hear all about you. Definitely write me about what you're up to in the Q&A and stuff like that. So Robert, invite me. I'd love to come to a high level mastermind. So whatchamacallit, I want you to know what I have going on that will serve you. Okay. Because I want to talk about all the free stuff too. Yes. Juliana just said the figuratively naked videos. Guys, I know it sounds crazy. Let me turn on the screen for a minute. A term that I've been using for years. This thing is all weird now. A term that I've been using for years is, I hope you guys can see, I can't see what you guys are saying. So I hope you can see this. I always say to people, look, let me tell you the truth. Let me get figuratively naked. It's a term I've used for, God, years. And the idea to create content and call it figuratively naked and just get really raw. I don't mean nasty, but straight up. So I've been doing a series of videos. Some of you guys might have seen this crazy picture floating around. And just so you know, I was not completely naked in the picture, thank God, because that's a scary thought. But I did pull my shirt down so that I had shoulders going on there and I had crazy hair and all this other stuff. These videos are shot literally, well, like in the morning. I'm still in my pajamas. I have no makeup. One I just shot was called Raccoon Eyes. I sat down to make the video to say something. I realized I had never taken the makeup off the night before because I fell asleep on the couch. So I had raccoon eyes and I take off my makeup with you. And I'm talking about ideas and concepts. I'd really appreciate if you guys support them, leave comments, etc. They're both on my YouTube channel. You can find them over on YouTube, or you can find them on my blog. And I'm up to 7 of them. Episode 6 has a technical problem. It will get uploaded. But I'm up to 7 of them and intend to continually do them, because what I did was I decided to strip myself of the requirement that I had to look nice. Okay, like tonight, I kind of fixed my hair a little bit. I have lipstick on. See, Tracy, I'm doing my pose for you. I have lipstick on. I do have eye makeup on. You can't really tell. I look like a human. But you guys want to know the truth? Anybody want to know the truth? You want to know? Ellie, you want to know the truth? I'm not going to get up and show you. I'm wearing pajama shorts. so I put on a shirt and I put on a sweater, but I'm wearing pajama shorts because I didn't want to put on pants. So it's not even, they're not even just pajama pants. They're shorts. I look ridiculous. So you guys got to learn the truth about what really goes on in the industry. You got to stop beating yourself up. You got to stop setting yourself up to feel bad about yourself, or that you're not like successful people that are successful financially. You got to learn to trust yourself. You have to learn to break free from the bondage of these rules that you think there are. Somebody put in the chat, throw some things out in the chat. What are the rules that you think exist? Like the rules, like you must blog daily, right? Rules like, name rules. Slippers. I have slippers on. I do have slippers on. Yeah, Facebook Live. Facebook Live has liberated us. I think that really is what's happened, is when you're at the amusement park and you just came down the water flume and you want to do a Facebook Live, you look just like a mess. It's liberated us. And I've always been pretty liberated. So you can only work one program and market it, right, Alita? That's a rule that people have told you, right? Now, there are two sides to that, because I've never seen somebody successfully build 2 network marketing companies at a time and build a downline. Can you get customers in 2 programs if you want? Or can you add on affiliate stuff and things that complement one another? Absolutely. So you really want to look into it and stuff like that. Income producing activities. Who's to define what they are? I always just say, look, did I make any money today? If I made money today, I'm doing good. If I didn't make money today, I'm not doing good. I need to figure out how to make money. Duplicate. Everything has to be duplicatable. I believe that you duplicate leadership and culture, not activities. That's my belief. Who am I? I haven't built huge organizations. I've made a lot of money. 2016 was my best year ever. Dress for success. That's funny. I was just working with a company, and there's a conversation going on because 2 of the founders are shorts and t-shirts, shorts and polo kind of guys, and one of the founders is a suit up guy. And so there's a dialogue going on about who are we, So it's interesting, and it really has to do with the culture in the environment that you're in. And you have to pick environments that feel good to you. Again, lines, I use a lot of lines from my mentor. He always said, your success lies where you're celebrated. If you're a flip-flop kind of guy and you feel uncomfortable in a suit and you're being forced into a suit and a tie and you feel uncomfortable, you're probably not going to perform as well as if you could put on your favorite t-shirt, a pair of shorts, and flip-flops. So I left my original company that I was with for years simply because it was a weight loss company and there was a lot of pressure in the group that I was working with to be a certain way. And I had to not only be a certain weight, but I had to look a certain way, and I had to be made up a certain way, and I had to wear a suit a certain way. And I did it for a while, but each year that went by, because I was there for years, it became more and more and more uncomfortable until I decided this is not who I am. And I went out and found another environment where it was acceptable to be me. Now in 2017, guys, with lives and all this stuff, I'm not doing them live. And the reason why is just simply, if lives were on my laptop, I would. And I know you can do it on your laptop, but I haven't downloaded the app and all this other stuff. I don't want to hold my phone and all that stuff. And I just find it easier to just sit down with my cup of, tea or whatever I'm drinking and just turn on the camera and then I upload it. So it's close to live. But it's not live. So all these rules, some of the things that you've heard are there for, you wore a dress, Ellie, in your first MLM. I'd like to see photos of that. I'd like to see Ellie like decked out with it. Like, did you wear a scarf side tied? Were you like a flight attendant? I would like to. Alita's saying you do better if you produce your own content instead of using other people's content. I've made a lot of money. I hate the word rich, so I got rid of the word. Yeah, I was just going to say I've gotten rich, but I haven't gotten rich. I've made a lot of money using other people's content and other people's environments. So think about it, 17 years and I'm finally making products. 17 years and I'm finally doing certain things. I've done none of it. I've done none of it. Big shoulder dresses. I had a lot of those. I was like a linebacker. It was like big time. Big time. Did you have like one of those big bow ties around your neck with your blouse, Ellie? I really want photos. Somebody's got to have them. So, okay, now we're off on a tangent, the Ellie in a dress tangent. You could wear a fanny pack to Ellie with a dress. It would be fine. We could get you some knee-high socks. It'd be cute. Maybe some pigtails. Oh, she's like, all right, enough. She has said, that's it. We're done. So I really want you guys, there are certain things, and all year long, we're going to be discussing these different concepts. I love that concept about duplication. You have to talk and walk like other people. The problem today with that is have you guys seen there's a group right now and they're all messaging the exactly same message, and it's all about how it's just copy and paste, and our mentor made $17,000 and however much it is, and you could do this and you could do that, and all you have to do, he's provided everything, all you have to do is copy and paste. I've gotten like 20, 25 of them. And it's funny because if they were sending these to people they knew like in the regular world, they probably could get away with it because the other people wouldn't have seen it over and over and over. But the idea of saying the same thing or writing the same thing in 2017 on social media, it doesn't work anymore. So what if we duplicated a concept of sharing that it's fun and simple and say it in your own words, as opposed to telling people just copy and paste this message, which is really awkward. Things that used to work don't work. Things that didn't work today. But the leadership concepts and the communication concepts have never changed. And that's the types of things that my courses are about. They're evergreen. This course that comes out in January, Warrior's Way, you can listen to it 10 years from now, 20 years from now. It will be, I mean, unless I mention a technology, I might mention something about Facebook or something, and maybe Facebook changes in 10, 15 years, but it's evergreen. When I teach copywriting, the autoresponder might change, but the concepts of the letters and how to communicate with the people never change. When I teach prospecting, right, the medium in which we prospect might change, but the ideas about how to get people to open up to you never change. Have you ever heard me talk about getting people to make true confessions? It's the pivot moment when you, I hate to say you own them. That's like sales boy talk, like pitch, and there's words. And sometimes when I'm talking about marketing, I say things and they sound bad. It's not meant to be bad, but when somebody hits a certain point in a prospecting conversation, you own them, like you're in control. Okay. And it's the same in dating. It's the same with your kids. You get them, the kids misbehaving, you get them to admit something. And from that point, you're in control. So those concepts, it doesn't matter whether you're doing it on Facebook or whether you're doing it in person or whether you're doing it on the phone. Some things are never, ever going to change. They're never going to change. And a lot of other things are changing. And Jim Rohn always said, are you majoring in the minors? Are you majoring in the minors? Human psychology and communication never changes. It hasn't changed for millennium, for whatever you call centuries, millenniums, whatever. It hasn't changed. Yet technology is changing every 5 minutes. Okay. I don't think Facebook's going to be gone. I'll tell you the truth. And I said that from the beginning. They have a very keen awareness of how humans move, much more so than most of the other platforms that come out. The reason why I focus on Facebook is simply because of their understanding of humans. That other Instagram does not have the same. It's great. Don't get me wrong, but Instagram does not have the same understanding of humans. And so when you see platforms come and go, that's why they're cool and they're popular now and they're fun, but the long-term understanding of how humans move isn't there. And so their demise is almost guaranteed. Where other things, why is McDonald's still here after, 50 years, 60, 70 years? I don't know how long it's been. Why is McDonald's still here? Because there's always people that want something fast, right? Do people always want food that's fast? Always do, no matter what. I don't care if we're all organic now or whatever. They're still going to want fast food. That's why all these meals in a box plans are coming up, because they drop it to you. See, Carol, this is the thing. You say, damned if I know, because it's not good, right? Why is it still here? It's really not that good. A lot of the environments, they've redone them all here, but they're kind of dirty and they're not that nice. And a lot of times the people that work at them aren't that great, right? Egg McMuffins, Ellie, right? Because that's the only thing I will eat there. And now they serve them all day. I go to McDonald's more now than I have in the last 15 years, simply because I know I can get an Egg McMuffin at 3 o'clock in the afternoon if I haven't eaten all day at a rest stop. But people always want something fast, true or not true, right? People always want something that makes their kids happy. Especially in this day and age, everybody's out working. Their kid is like tired and cranky and this and that. If you give them a Happy Meal, they're happy. They got a toy, right? People always want something that's predictable. Guess what? If you go to McDonald's almost anywhere around the world, they'll have different things. And in Europe, you can get wine, and they have different things. And I was in McDonald's in Hong Kong, and they have some different foods and things to suit the tastes over there. But guess what? You can get a Big Mac. And Big Mac is just like Big Mac here. And it's predictable. It's not scary. You always know what you're going to get. And yes, Brenda, people always want something that they can afford. And McDonald's is affordable, even though the prices have gone up. It's affordable, and then they still have that dollar meal and a menu and all that other stuff. Yeah, their food is well preserved. You are so right, Terry. So if you understand those things right there, right? Well, Bill, McDonald's has a system in place, but that's about how they run their that's from the business perspective side of how they run their systems, and that any 16-year-old can come in and be taught to run it. And that is extremely important. But I'm talking about why did McDonald's survive? Because there's a lot of other fast food restaurants had systems. A lot of other fast food restaurants that are much smaller have systems. The reason why McDonald's sat there too, and they also own the space because they were first to market in a space. So, you know, when you're looking at your marketing and concepts and ideas, it's really important that you learn some of these things, because it makes people come to you over and over and over again. Oh, here's the last thing. Remember, I said 12 courses. You're going to help me in a minute with them, right? 12 courses. Okay, you guys are doing parrot stuff right now. They're not selling hamburgers. They're buying real estate. They have a system in place. You guys have been told this stuff. I want you to think. I don't want you to repeat. Okay, I want you to think. You can leave now if you're pissed off. She's a bitch. Okay, she's a bitch. She's criticizing. I'm not criticizing it, but I really want, guys, we've all been told these things, but what I want you guys to do is think about the conversation we're having right now. Why will Facebook be here? That's where it came from. Facebook will be here because Facebook understands how humans communicate where other platforms do not. McDonald's understands simple concept. They were first to market, and they understand simple concepts about humans that other companies do not. But the first to market obviously made a big difference, because somebody could go try to make a Facebook knockoff right now and it might get a certain crowd, but Facebook was first. So trying to knock the first to market out of place. Coke, you're not going to knock Coke out of place, no matter how good Pepsi becomes. You're not going to knock Coke out of place. It just has a position. So, and this is viable in branding and all this other stuff, which we're not going to talk about right now. So the other thing I want to tell you guys is this book that I've been kicking around with. Some of you guys know I went away twice to write the book. I have all these notes and all this other stuff. I am like obsessive compulsive with the book now. Okay. I am like, it's kind of coming out of me. So I would not be surprised, I'm putting a disclaimer on this one, to see this book soon. Will it? I don't know. We'll see. It's like pooping. You want to poop, but sometimes it doesn't come out. There you go. Too much information, but I am turning 50. So, and poor Brendan came in late, but he's a doctor, so it's okay to see stuff like that in front of you. So here's what I want you guys to do to help me. And then I'll take any questions or anything you guys have or anything you guys want to talk about. I want you guys to tell me if Diane said she's going to make 12 products, what would you want the 12 products to be on? Not the things, and then this is what, let me give you a frame for this. okay, a frame. Well, it's funny because the chat's delayed, so everybody's just talking about poop. I mean, everybody's just laughing about the poop stuff now. Yes, book, Monica. I've been working on a book. It's called Modern Day Mom and Pop Making a Fortune on Your Corner of the Internet. Modern Day Mom and Pop Making a Fortune on Your Corner of the Internet. I own the domain. You can't steal that, so don't do it. And if I'm asking you to help me, if you know me, some of you guys don't know me as well as others, and you know my skills and what I'm good at, I want you to tell me, what courses would you want to see? Okay. And I don't do SEO. I don't do anything technical. Remember, I just said they're evergreen. Here are the things that I know I want to do. I'm doing Warrior's Way. That's all about your self-talk, training yourself, how to manage people. Basically, it's a set of rules to govern your life by, but not rules that I've created, rules that have been around for eternity. You are right, Robert. SEO is LMNOP, which is one letter, by the way. LMNOP is one letter in the alphabet, in case you guys don't know that. I will do attraction marketing, okay, but in its roots for networkers, okay, not what today's version of attraction marketing is. Attraction marketing as it was in 1996, except with new technology. I'm going to take the work of the originators as sewn into me, and I'm going to show you how to use it today. I do have a course on attraction marketing, so it'll be kind of a redo of that with new twists. I'm going to do a copywriting course, okay? If you already own a copywriting course that I created, awesome. You don't need the new one. Hey, imagine that. Here's a marketer telling you, you don't need this. I say it every other day. I say to people all the time, you don't need that. You need this. You need that. Okay. I would like to do prospecting, and I would like to do communication. I'll come up with a cool name for it. Communication in this marketplace, which is different. Okay. Communication in the regular world. You know what? It's like triggers, but not triggers in a nasty way. You know, when I go to places that I'm known, every store I walk into, everybody screams my name. It's not because I'm so special. It's because I know how to communicate with people in such a way that I become insanely memorable. It usually involves talking about poop. I just did it before, and you all giggled. So if you talk about poop, you become very memorable now. You know, so tell me in the Q&A. Yes, branding, exactly. Branding and positioning, okay? Branding and positioning. Now, see, guys, branding is about how many people know who you are. It's not about graphics. It's not about pictures. It's not about having a photo shoot. Those things are cool, but it's not about those things. It's about how much of the marketplace knows who you are, okay? And positioning is... there's like a pecking order. Imagine when they talk about celebrities, they talk about A-level celebrities, and then they'll say, oh, that's a D-level celebrity. You ever hear them say that? You know, that's a D-lister. In our industry, by virtue of being perceived at the top of the heap, at the top of the pecking order, you get business automatically. You get deals automatically. There's a lot of stuff that when you learn how to position yourself properly, I'm going like this, like, you know, move up the pike. When you learn to position yourself properly with the right type of words and communication, what happens is a lot of the deals and the prospects come to you. You actually transcend the work of prospecting, the work of, you know, trying to impress people, etc. The marketers who have gotten up to the A and B level generally get invited. You know, I always know about launches and things ahead of time. I get included in information. I get invited, you know, most of your network marketing leaders were there, you know, pre-launch or cut deals, unless it's a really old company. These days, you know, they're kind of pre-stacking the deck. And there's a way to position yourself that you are part of that crowd. And it doesn't involve any fancy stuff. Promoting, yes, Crystal, that's another course there, because promotion, in my opinion, is everything in this industry. Promotion, most people are so busy trying to create all their own stuff that they're not leveraging what's there that can make you a lot of money through promotion. Who doesn't want to build a full-time income and then do all the other stuff? Because then you'd have all the free time in the world, right? If you had a full-time income, then you can go ahead and sit down and do all this stuff because you're free, right? So promotion is showing you how to leverage things and environments that other people have created in order to set yourself free so that you then can turn around and create yourself. Okay. A lot of people are teaching right now, create first. Very much. I am not an advocate of that. I am not an advocate of creating first. I'm an advocate of learning how to drive traffic and promote first. So if you're online, it's driving traffic. If you're offline or an online networker like me, it's promotion. Okay. Talking to people, putting out things, learning how to position it, how to make it desirable. How did I get you bozos on the webinar tonight? I'm laughing and kidding because you're not bozos, you're brilliant people, but how did I get you here? How did I promote to you to get you here? How did I get so many people registered? I don't just pull, people out of, my top hat. There's a science to it. By the way, all these courses are going to be recorded. They might be done live and then recorded and made available with different groups of my students and stuff like that, but they're not going to be, usually I do interactive stuff like that. You as a bozo, they're going to be recorded stuff. They're going to be like login. We have a platform and you'd have a login and you log in and watch the course. The different modules will drop. Some of the courses are less extensive. You'll get the whole thing up front. If something's longer, we might give it to you, in 4 modules over the course of 4 weeks or whatever. In the case of Warriors Way, it's going to be a series of audios, and all of them are designed to be a focus for the month so that you can master something. Okay. How many of you own a bunch of courses that you kind of started and you never got around to finishing, and then you went on to the next one and the next one? So you know a little bit about everything and not enough of anything to get good results. Anybody want to admit that? Because that's the common thread. It's like, oh, I haven't really figured this out. That looks better. Oh, I haven't really figured this thing out. That looks better. Oh my gosh, that thing over there looks really good. What I want you guys to do it with me, do it elsewhere, pull out the stuff you already own. I'm not trying to get you to buy anything. I don't have anything to sell you. Wait, itchy throat, itchy throat. This is why you always have a glass of water at your webinar. Okay. I want you to pick something that you want to do this month. Okay. I want you to pick something and I want you to do it. And I don't want you to do anything else but that thing. So whatever it is, let's say you kind of sort of know how to build a funnel. Black cherry seltzer, Ellie, that's what I need from the store. I should just order it and have them deliver it. I'm learning how to delegate, Ellie. Learning. Guys, pick something. So let's say it's email marketing. A lot of you guys bought Twist Your List. A lot of people started the course. By the time we got into like week number 6, I was left with, it was me and Lyndon. There was like 3 people there. I did some special bonus sessions for Attraction Marketing Intensive. Everybody gets bored because they don't follow through or execute anything. And then they don't have a result. So they could just kind of like, they're off on the next thing. I want you to pick something. You can shout it out here if you want to make your word law, if you want to, say it in public, but remember, don't say what you're not going to do. Okay. It's okay to keep it to yourself. It's okay to think, I want to do this. I'd like to do this. I think I want to focus on this, but once it's out of your mouth or out of your fingers, you got to own it, right? It's okay to think in your mind, that would be good. Or I'd like that. Once it's out, you got to own it. All of you have a series of skills, but you haven't quite 100% hit critical mass with a lot of them. And that's why you're not getting where you want to go. And then there's others of you here that have, and you're very skilled. Okay. So it's so cute. Terry's like, I've decided to finish Attraction Marketing Intensive. That's good. Now, Attraction Marketing Intensive is an umbrella course. So that course actually covers a lot of things. So what you want to do is pick one of the things that are inside of it and decide to do it. So for example, videos, John just said videos. Awesome. So we're going to decide, do I want to do shot videos or do I want to do Facebook Live videos or both? And then what we want to make a list of the content, all the content that we want in the videos. What, you know, make a list of 30 videos that you're going to make, even more if you want to do extras on the weekends and stuff. Now we take 30. You know what I just did, Robert? I just screwed up. I told everybody, go back to your old stuff and don't buy anything of the stuff I'm coming out with, but it's not ready yet. So it's okay. But I'm like sitting here and everybody's like, oh, I'm going to go finish that. Okay. I always shoot myself in the foot, but that's because I want the best for you. And I always come out on the winning side anyway. So I never much worry about it. Hopefully if I guide you the right way, you'll come back and be a customer over and over and over again. But so let's say videos. Okay. I'm going to master video. I'm not going to spend a lot of time doing a lot of busy work. I'm going to make a list of 30 videos that I'm going to make. I'm going to figure out what equipment I have right now that I can make things with not right now. Okay. You don't need a fancy microphone yet. Because what happens is everybody says, well, I need a mic. I need this. I need this. I need this. I need this. And so they don't do it. Guess what you have? You have one of these. It has a thing on it. It has a camera on it. And, you know, if you want to run to the store really quick and don't delay any time and get yourself a tripod. But here's what I like to do. This is my honey badger cup. And what I do, you guys can't see, maybe if I do this. What I do is I will just lean you can't see it. I lean my camera against the cup. And I can make a video right now. Hey, everybody, it's Diane from DianeHochman.com. Today I want to talk about whatever. That's how I do it. Lean your phone against some books. Lean your phone against a cup. You don't need anything. You want a selfie stick? They sell them down at Walgreens. Go get one. Okay. You don't need a green screen. You don't need a lighting kit. You don't need any of this stuff. Make a decision that for the month of January, I am going to do video every day. I'm going to upload them every day. I won't go to bed until they're uploaded. I'm going to write a description of each video and come up with a snappy title. That's all. I mean, if those of you that are MLSP, there's quick training. You don't need to watch 7 weeks of training to learn how to get some videos up. Okay. You don't have to, when I say master, I mean become extremely competent. You don't have to be Mark Harbert with video because it took him years to become that. But what I want you to do is be competent in a medium by the end of the month. Does that make sense? Competent in a medium by the end of, if it's Facebook ads, I want you to make sure that you have ads running. I want you to learn how to use a pixel. I want you to learn how to place the pixel, and I want you to build audiences. Okay. I don't want to hear by January 15th. Well, it's up to you. I mean, you don't have to report to me. It's none of my business what you do. But I want you to decide, I'm going to get good at this thing. And you're not going to stop with the ads until you've actually converted a sale and made money. Okay. That's, by the way, how do you measure if it's working? You've converted a sale and you've made money. Want to do email marketing, get that list up, build that list. And the day that you make your first sale from an email, that's the day that you're competent. Okay. Is that fair? So I want you guys to write me and I want you guys to tell me what you want me. I only have one person that wrote me. So maybe you guys don't want any courses from me. Maybe I'm a loser. Maybe you don't want any. Bobby asked, and it's such a great question, do you draw a lot of your influence communication skills from the NLP community? No, I've never studied NLP at all. People always think I have. I've never studied NLP at all. And I think that my communication skills are the way they are because I've hung out with masters. I've spent an incredible amount of time with masters that have masterful communication skills. Some of them studied NLP. Most of them didn't. And a lot of my very good friends / mentors today are often accused of being it's, by the way, guys, NLP is neuro-linguistic programming. They get accused of being NLP masters too, you know, like we're doing voodoo to you. No, I just learned it through listening. Okay, so I'm getting email marketing, storytelling, finding your story. Okay, so that's the narrative workshop. You know, learning your narrative, creating your narrative, and then also learning how to do that with other people. A narrative, there's a story and there's a narrative. Okay, a story is You know, I used to, when I lived in New York City, the water wasn't very good quality. In fact, sometimes it would even come out of the faucet and it would have a little tint to it, or it smelled a little like chemicals. And then I moved here to Bristol, Connecticut, and I found that the water out of the faucet was better. But then I got XYZ machine and I attached it to my faucet, and the difference in the flavor, the taste and everything about the water was dramatically different. And what's been interesting is just by drinking more water, I've been able to drop 12 pounds. Okay. That's a quick story. That's a story. Okay. I tell stories all the time. Narrative is who you are and what you stand for. It's your all encompassing message. People who go the distance have a narrative. What are you trying to do? How are you changing the world? Who are you? What do you stand for? So yes, that would be a tremendous course. I've done Attraction Marketing Intensive, was the biggest bargain ever because it covers almost all of this. If you guys own that, go back in it. I'm sorry, my hair is getting in my face. Okay, Angela, Angela said finding your perfect prospect. I don't believe in finding perfect prospects. I don't believe there are perfect prospects. I believe there are people that want to buy things. Okay, I think this is one of those myths of the industry. You have to create an avatar, and you have to understand who buys what. Okay, if like you sell organic stuff, I think, Angela, I'm pretty sure you're still selling that, right? Who buys organic stuff? Okay, and make a list of all that stuff, and then go out and get your stuff in front of them, because they're the people that are already buying organic stuff. Are any of them perfect? You know, like all you guys, if I were to take you all and line you up, we probably have people here from, I see one person that I know is in their early 20s. And I see a couple people like Ellie that are really, really old. I'm kidding, Ellie. I can't help it. I can't help it. No, I see people that are more mature. Ellie's not really old. She told me she was really old, but she's a big liar because she's not that old. Because if you're old, then I'm in trouble, Ellie. So you're not that old. I see people here from spectrums, you know, from early 20s to probably a couple people on here, you know, quite mature. We have people here that live in the city. We have people here that live in the country. We have people here. I think there's some, we have Australians on tonight. I didn't see, I think we have, well, we know we have people in Ireland. We probably have some UKers staying up all night with toothpicks in their eyes. We have people here that love shiny fanny packs. You know, we have people here that like jeans and t-shirts. We have people here that like to dress up. We have some gals here that really like their hair and makeup. We have other girls that are always in a ponytail. And I could go through this, you know, who likes what to eat, etc. None of you are really that, a few of you are, but most of you are just really different from one another. So who's the perfect customer? What I know is that all of you are interested in improving your lives and improving your business. That's the common thread. So then I just put things that might be suited to you in front of you. That's what the mom and pop book is about. It's about having a little store and putting things that people in the neighborhood want to buy. What's your neighborhood? If your neighborhood is people that like organic stuff, figure out where do they hang out? What do they usually buy? And position your stuff by them. I can talk about that. The book's about that, and I can talk about that. But the word perfect is not a word that you probably want to use, because that'll keep you from it. Okay. Chrissy. Okay. I'm noticing, and it's not just one person, it's a bunch of people. A lot of the stuff that people ask to be covered, again, are these myths of the industry. You know, what's the best way? Guys, I forget the word for it. We're going to wrap up in a minute, and I'll tell you about something special that's going on. Worst, best, perfect. There's a word for these words, right? Best is, oh gosh, there's a word for it. The worst, the best, the ugliest, the this, the that. The words that mean the very end of a spectrum. Like if we have pretty and ugly, right? Best and worst. These are the ends of a spectrum. Okay. So when somebody says, what's the best way to generate income daily? There is no answer, because you're using a word that there is no answer to, because there is no best way. There's lots of ways. There may be a great way for you, but there is no best way. So when we use words like perfect customer, what we're doing is we're putting the carrot out in front, like this, make believe this is the carrot. I can never quite, and I'm a horse, I'm kind of like strapped up. I can never quite, that's attractive. Somebody took a screenshot of that, right? I can never quite grab that carrot. I'm hungry, I'm starving, I want to eat the carrot. I can't quite get it because I mentally used words like best and perfect. Do you guys understand that? I'm going to go back to the chat because I want to see if you guys wrap your head around that. And that was, I was a victim of that in my early days in the industry, because I wanted to be this thing. What is the best personal development book? For who? Right? For who? What's the best way to get prospects? What's the best way to generate leads? What's the best? When we use those words, and this goes back, this is in the first course, by the way. When we use those words, we're creating an impossible scenario. You know what my definition of my best customer is? It's terrible. You guys will smack me. It's somebody who has money who wants to buy what I'm selling. Somebody who has money who wants to buy what I'm selling. There's lots of people that want to buy what I'm selling that don't have money. And there's lots of people that have money that don't want to buy what I'm selling. Okay. So, and this goes back to, again, to this concept of this corner store that I keep talking about and that the book's about. If you own a little corner store in New York City, in Chicago, LA, wherever, and you only have limited amount of space to stock stuff, what do you have to stock? The things that the people in the neighborhood buy, right? Now, if you find out that a bunch of people in the neighborhood just had babies, you're going to dedicate a little bit more shelf space to diapers and formula right now because there's a bunch of babies. If you're in a neighborhood where everybody's older and there's not many kids, you're not going to stock diapers and formula potentially. Okay. So I'm looking at the neighborhood. The neighborhood is the larger space that you're in. Okay. So I keep using Angela. Organic foods and household products. Okay. That's the neighborhood. Where do the people in my neighborhood hang out? What else are they buying? What can I show them, or what kind of special can I run to get them to come into my store so that they can have relationship with me? On the internet, it might be a free report. It might be a free giveaway, a video series, whatever. Okay. How do I get that neighborhood that's already there, right? Do we all agree that there's people already buying organic stuff? Do we all think we do? I'm not going to wait for a delay. There's already people, there's already a neighborhood existing. We have to figure out what they want, what they need, and how to get them to want to buy it from us. Okay. So if you want to call that the perfect customer, okay, that's great. But what I'm doing is I'm just getting into the space or the neighborhood and showing them, I don't care which one. Like, guys, I'm going to tell you about an offer in a minute, and I'm not really going to push it. You have to actually contact me if you want to know about it. I'm not even going to give you the details. But wants it. You know, a bunch of people got it already. I don't know who wants it. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. I'm not worried about which one of you is perfect. I'm worried about who has money and wants what I'm selling. Pitch. I'm just going to tell you about an offer just in case you didn't see it, because it's kind of an important, really good one. Okay. So whatever it is, whatever the surrounding neighborhood is, I like to think of it as a neighborhood because that's how I grew up. Okay. Who are the people that are already buying that you want to sell? If you want to sell yoga pants, you need to find out, well, who buys yoga pants, ladies and guys who do yoga, right? So what are they already buying? What's important to them? Do they want a cotton crotch? Sorry to be weird, but what do they want? Do they want them ankle length? Do they want them floor length? What do they want? What's the right price point for them? And then I want to let them know, hey, let me show you why your yoga pants aren't the best thing for you. Let me show you these alternative things or things that I have. And then you're waiting to see which one has money and who likes what you're selling. I'm looking to get the neighborhood to be aware of who I am. So hopefully that helps, because this whole perfect or best, or I need to find the way, you know, the guy who owns the corner store, maybe this week cherries and peaches are the way to sell a lot of stuff. But guess what? Fall comes. And in the fall, it's apples. And then guess what? Winter comes. And in the winter, it's potatoes and, you know, and onions and stuff, because that's what there is then. And that's what people are buying. And that's what people are thinking. People are thinking steaks on the barbecue and watermelon at 4th of July. That's the way to make a lot of money right now. And then later on, people are thinking, you know, beef stew and, you know, popovers or, you know, biscuits, whatever. So that's really where I want to get you guys to. What's the consciousness of the audience? What's their consciousness? What do they want to hear? Why do you think I'm surveying you about what you want? Because you're the neighborhood and I'm asking, what do you want? So then if I come out with the things that you guys told me you want, you're more likely to get them. Now, some of you may or may not have money when I come out with them. So you wouldn't be my best customer then, because you don't have money. Maybe you love what I'm selling. You don't have money. Have money, but they look at it and they go, no, I'm good at that. Or I already have a course on it. So I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's a very simple concept, but we're given a lot of dogma in the industry that gets us so freaking confused. Okay, let me tell you guys what's going on, because it's 9:04. I know some of you guys have other webinars and things. The 12 courses, they'll all be available individually. They won't be big launches. I'll be selling, you know, I'll be promoting them on my website and, you know, via my list. I'll just let people know when they're out, and then they'll be available as people. A lot of times people say to me, I wish I knew about this. And I don't have one, you know, I have training that's like all over from 10 years. So I want to have a place to go, hey, if you want to learn about that, here's the course on it. The courses will range. I mean, I have courses in there that'll be like 97 bucks, maybe even some 47 bucks things. But like some of them I've sold in the past for $1,000. So they're going to range in price, et cetera, and length and so on, depending on the topic. Some topics, you know, it's like a 2-hour course, no big deal. Some topics are something longer. But I do have something going on right now, and there's a couple of options. And I know some of you were invited here by some of my friends that asked if they could invite people. So get back to that person. If what I just say is of interest to you, we can jump on the phone and work it out so you have access to it. But I'm offering right now, there's 2 options for people that want to come work with me in 2017 in a couple of different programs and things. One is just, you guys know, My Lead System Pro. You know, and if somebody buys the annual there, I'm going to give them the 12 courses. I'm going to give them to them now over the course of the year. And then I'm also involved in another program. It is an actual opportunity. If you have an opportunity already, that's probably not for you unless you just want to be a customer, which is fine. And when you get, there's another product going on right now. If you get it, you get all 12 courses. Now, let me explain to you why I'm doing this, because a couple of people said to me, including Tracy, who's here, she's like, what are you, insane? Why are you giving away all your courses? And I had several of my colleagues go, are you nuts? Why would you do that? There's 2 reasons, and I'm going to show you how I program myself. One, if I say I'm going to do it and I already have customers I owe it to, I have to do it. Let me say that again. If I say I'm going to do it and I already have customers that I owe the courses to, I have to keep my word to myself, but I have to keep my word to other people now. So the chances of me not doing what I want to do this year are nil, because I will have an obligation, which is pretty cool, right? That's how I trick myself into doing stuff. And then the other reason is because it's a new year and I like to give a leg up and different advantages to people. So if you become a customer at either of these things, and again, there are options for people that are with some of my friends that invited some people tonight. A couple of people asked me if they could. This wasn't a public webinar, but a couple of people said, hey, can I invite some people down? That's fine. There's ways that we can get you access to that if you're with them. But what's interesting is it's 2017. And if I do something good like this, and I help people out, and I give them my library of courses that I'm about to lay down, what will come back to me? Good stuff. I'm obligating in the first weeks of a new year that only good can come back to me. I'm obligating it. You should put that word down somewhere, obligating. You can obligate the universe to deliver to you. You can obligate, all kinds of good energy to come back at you. So if you're interested in any of that, email me, Diane@DianeHochman.com. I'm not even going to go over it here because the point of the webinar was not to do a pitch. I really wanted to just have a discussion with you guys and talk and everything, share what's going on, talk about coming out to maybe your neck of the woods. But it is there, and it's a really good deal, because if you invest in your education or tool set now, you know that you're going to have something to focus on every month. And that's it, Matthew. What you give away, you always get to keep. So that's why I'm doing it. We have probably, 20 people or so that got it. I haven't really pushed it. I wrote like 2 letters, just kind of mumbling about it. So it's not a huge group that's in this deal. And again, it's not going to be like some secret, coaching thing. It's their courses. There's courses. But we will do Q&As, and also the platform that they're going to be on has a section for commentary and discussion, etc. So I just have to decide. I mean, I know what 6 of them are. I'll decide on the other 6, and we'll come out with stuff during the year, but it starts with the Warrior's Way. I actually recorded the first recording today. So, and guys, one last thing about the Warrior's Way. I really and sincerely want you guys to understand, I literally work a couple of hours a day, and I had my best year ever. I used to say I make more than most doctors and lawyers. Now I make as much as 2 doctors and lawyers in a year, doctors or lawyers. And it's only going up, and it's in a couple of hours a day. It truly, truly, truly is the freedom that most people are looking for. But it requires a shift in thinking and the way we're looking at things. And that's why I'm starting with the Warriors Way. It'll be available all year long. People will be able to buy it later. But I'm starting with this because this is something that can be running in the background all year long for you. You can pop it in when you're in the car. You can throw it in when you're in the shower. Get naked with me. Whatever you're doing. It's something that you can be listening to. And what it does is it goes into your consciousness and it programs you. And you'll find that you're not able to do certain things anymore, because it becomes things like my word is law, which was given to me. I can't do certain things anymore. I can't. I physically can't. You ever guys get to the point where you can't drink or eat something that you got sick on or something? Like peach schnapps. I cannot drink peach schnapps. I can't be near it. It was a college thing. I cannot be near peach schnapps. If anybody has it, if anybody's drinking like a fuzzy navel or something, I feel sick to my stomach. I am programmed to reject it. Well, what if you all of a sudden became programmed to reject certain behaviors? What if you became programmed to not put yourself in positions or not beat yourself up? What if you finally learn to love yourself? Love yourself. Vodka, you can't drink vodka. Oh no, Smirnoff's is nasty. But vodka in general, no, vodka's good. I'm kidding. Couldn't eat salad after food poisoning, stuff like that, So what if now all of a sudden, when you started to say to yourself, as Ellie would say, who the hell are you? When you say that to yourself, what if you fought back? What if you fought back to your own ego? What if you no longer would tolerate that voice in your head? It's pretty powerful stuff. That's why I always put this in the front. And most people poo-poo it and want to know, the new technique on Facebook Live or something, or the new way to make a graphic. And that stuff's great, but that's it. That's it. And Ellie, you're the one. And you have a voice for a generation of people and a community of women that are waiting to hear you. And I'm not saying that to blow smoke up your skirt that you wore that one time. You're the one for them, for that audience, for that neighborhood. And what if you actually started to feel an obligation to perform, to help people? What if you felt like you were born to do this? Now, can I do that to you? Am I swammying you? Do I have a magic spell? No, But I have words that through repetition, I believe can change things for you. Now, can I make you put it on? No. I don't know if any of you guys are doing the Dr. Dispenza. I saw Ellie go in space. A lot of people are on the Dr. Dispenza meditations because they heard him at Live the Dream that a lot of us were at. Those meditations, when done daily, will change your life dramatically. But most people won't do them daily. What I'm going to give you will change your life dramatically. The question is, will you listen, or will it be another course that you don't listen to? Well, I mean, Robert just said I'm obligated to add increase to others. Robert, on a daily basis, puts prosperity messages out to his audience, out to the universe. He's constantly wishing people prosperity. He's constantly encouraging people. As a coach, he's sowing into people. And this is the type of stuff, if you sit and think about it, what role are you playing in your community, in your neighborhood? Most people are waiting to get something. I need to tilt your head so that all you want to do is give something. Not like a victim, not like a martyr. You're not Mother Teresa, but don't make any mistakes. Mother Teresa got a lot out of what she gave. Okay. And then you need to do it visibly enough through your marketing skills that people hear you and see you. Okay, people have to hear you and see you. That's why I'm feeling good. It's 2017. I'm turning 50. I've just said, forget it. You know what? I'm 50. I'm not the cute girl that made the videos in 2006. In 2006, I was skinnier. I was younger. I was all this other stuff. And I stopped talking the way I should be because I was afraid that people would compare me when most people weren't around then. And guess what? 10 years from now, I'll be fatter and older. Or hopefully not. But you know what I'm saying? I'll be older at the very least. And I'll be a voice for those people because most people that hear me today won't be here. Can I worry about it any longer? No, I have to lay it down. And so do you. There's people waiting for you. Oh God, Hochman's doing her thing again. You know what? Try it. You might find that it works. Instead of looking for the perfect customer or the perfect way to make money, the right way, the best way. And please, I'm not criticizing because those words were programmed into you. They're coming out of you because they were put into you, right? Because in kindergarten, you were taught how to behave and how to be the best kid. And you were trained up by every adult in your life that you loved to think a certain way. And the only reason they trained you is because that's what they thought they were supposed to do. We get to be adults, some of us younger, some of us older, and we can't let go of all of this stuff unless we retrain our brain. So on that note, let me just check the Q&A and see if anybody wrote anything else in. Let's see. Okay, Susan, I'm not sure I understand what you wrote. Send me an email and give me more info. But at the end, I like what you're saying. Imperfect action is better than no action. That's right. And that's why I'm doing these figuratively naked videos like I am, because I want everybody to see content trumps everything else. Passion trumps everything else. When I speak, all of a sudden, people look at me at first. I'm predicting what they do. I don't know. But they look at me and they see this mess of a woman in a bathrobe, and they probably have a knee-jerk reaction. And then I start talking, and all of that goes away, and all they hear is the message. Now, I'm not suggesting that you all make videos in your bathrobes and stuff like that. Erin, I love you too, honey. And I don't know why we never talk, and we really should be closer. It's insane that we don't, talk more often, Erin, and we need to. And I'm always saying that to Jen. I say it like at least once a week. I don't know why I don't talk to, to Erin more. Dustin Slade, I have something for you. I'll message you after. I think you know what it is. I'm not suggesting you all put your hair in a ponytail or whatever, dudes have a mess, put your best face on in the beginning, because you're trying to go out there and you're trying to connect with people, and you don't want to give them stuff to judge you on, blatantly. But I'm actually bucking everything and forcefully giving them stuff to judge me on, to see if I can break through that. Because it's when we break through to the humanity of people. Why are people in this industry? Why are they in this industry? It's not because they want money, right? It's not because they want money. They want money for something, right? And what they want is a feeling. So what if you can help them understand that they can gain the feeling through this industry? That's where the magic sits. If you can tilt the way they see themselves, tilt the way they feel about themselves. If you could show them that they could make a video and do this and that, they feel better. And when they feel better, they want to be in your energy and your environment. And then what's really cool is some of the people that you help tilt, they transcend you and they go on and tilt more people and more people and more people. I have lots of people like that. I help them learn this, and they're out helping people feel better, feel different. And in the meantime, put out your wares and see who wants to buy some, see who has money, and see who, who's interested in what you have. People will buy stuff while they're passing through. Believe me, they will. And Lois is right. Maslow's hierarchy, if you ever took psychology in school, it's about people are climbing up a ladder, trying to get closer and closer and closer to themselves. In the middle of the ladder, in the pyramid, people get scared. And then they start backing down it. You ever see that? People sabotage themselves. They get up to here and they go, this is really good. And then they start backing down. They sabotage themselves because it's scary. Because when we get to the core of who we are and we actually learn to love ourselves, we become so damn sparkly. People sometimes walk away from us because they're afraid of that. And we don't want to lose people. So we push ourselves down. I always say sparkly like a Disney princess. You ever watch a Disney movie? I mean, it can be Prince too. And all of a sudden they just start twirling and they're sparkly, and, like Cinderella, it's like she's in rags and then the fairy godmother makes her sparkly and she's in this fabulous gown. That sparkle lies inside each and every one of you. And if you're in any kind of business that involves networking, you have to find that place. That's what people are attracted to. Now, if you're doing e-commerce and stuff like that, which, by the way, we're getting very involved in e-commerce this year. A lot of people want it, and it's something that you can do that you don't have to look pretty or fancy, and you don't have to, make people feel good. It's just putting junk pet rocks in front of people that want a pet rock. It's pretty good. It's very easy to do. We have free training on that. Ask me. We have people, Amber's on, but her son, how old is Tim now? 14, 13, 14? I mean, he's got a store up and going. I have a 7-year-old girl that's making a killing on e-commerce. Her mom helped her. But 7-year-old girl is making a fortune selling kids stuff on Shopify. Amber, mazel tov, he's a man now. Anyway, he's 13. A 7-year-old kid. 7-year-old kid. So you sit there and you go, come on, why am I going to beat myself up? For some of you, flipping over to e-commerce and stopping this business of trying, right? Mazel tov, a blessing on his head. Stop trying to do the thing that's hard for you right now and go to do something that you can do without having all the people skills, where you learn some people skills. That's not necessarily a bad idea. It's really not necessarily a bad idea. Now, if you're not going to follow through and do it, don't get into that either. If training's free, but don't get into that either. But if you're like trying to recruit people and you're just sucking wind, why not go make a couple thousand on e-commerce and come back with some confidence? Really, guys, that's what I did. I flipped over to email marketing and stuff like that. And I built up my confidence. And then when I started, like when I talk to a prospect now, you can't ding me. But that's because I got a lot of confidence, right? Because I did something. I went and I did something. But when I was at the mall trying to prospect people, I remember West Farms Mall, West Hartford, Connecticut. I remember going and I remember being in the bathroom. And to this day, if I go there, the bathrooms are still, the decor is the same in the bathroom. It makes me anxious to go in the bathroom because I used to go in there and cry. because I was so afraid of people and I was so afraid of rejection. I was so afraid of myself. So what did I do? I turned around and I learned about attraction marketing, and I completely reversed the thing. So that by the time it was time to actually prospect again, nobody can knock me down because I already had, I was already making some money. So that's it. Crocs are fun. I don't have a pair of Crocs because my children have, by the way, if I seem like I'm randomly saying stuff, or if you're watching the YouTube video later, there's a chat over here. And so Chris just said Crocs, because we're talking about shoes and heels and flip-flops and stuff. And so if you're watching the video and then all of a sudden I just go, Mazel Tov, blessing on your head, he's a man, or whatever, and you're like, what? It's because Amber said her son was 13. So Crocs, I have been forbidden to have Crocs by my children for whatever reason. They forbid me. Now I have Merrell like shoes that I wear in the winter that I love, and they're really like ugly shoes and they're really comfortable. And they forbid me to wear those, but I do it anyway. And the Croc sandals that Tracy has are actually kind of cute. I'm talking about like the cloggy ones. I have been forbidden. My children have told me they will disown me and not talk to me if I wear them. So therefore, I love my kids. I need to be with them. I can't do it. But I do the other shoes, and they don't get mad at me. But on the flip side, I got these really cool thigh-high boots this year. Imagine me in thigh-high boots. Just think about it. And they love them, and they think I'm the coolest mom ever. Leggings and thigh-high boots and a long sweater. I'm very fashionable. Very cool. So now that we are digressing, I think we should wrap it up. Okay. So guys, if any of you want to know about the free 12 courses for free offer, I will be writing my list about it. If you're here, I tricked you into being on my list, so you're all on the list. But if you're interested and you want to know, yes, you're buying something and you get this as a bonus. Not thigh-high stockings, Robert. Take it easy. Just thigh-high boots. Boots, fashionable. They come up just above my knee. They're really not thigh-high. They're above my knee. So if you want to know about the 12 courses for free, a lot of you guys, I see you here, you're getting them because you already bought certain things. Some of you may not realize because you're not paying attention. Dansko, yes, good for nurses and docs. If you want to know about the 12 courses for free, ask me. If you know you're getting the 12 courses for free, but you want to know how you can use the promotion, because I have news for all of you that are involved in that promotion, which I'm not going to share here. Hip waders are cool if you're fly fishing, man. Gene, I've been there. I could do it. I'm pretty good. Pretty good. My dad's a big sports guy. So hunting and fishing, I grew up on it. You have 13 surgeries tomorrow. Oh, as a doctor. I was like, you're getting 13 surgeries, Neil. That's like crazy. No. Neil can take care of all your animal friends. I thought you meant like on you. And I was like, what? So, and LES, we do want the pictures of you in a dress. I will pay $5 for that image. So no, anyway, we've declined now. I always start off silly and end silly. But I want to make sure you guys know, message me, Diane at DianeHochman.com, or get with the person that invited you. Only a couple people invited people tonight. Or message me on Facebook and say, how do I get those 12 courses for free? And I'll give you the information. And if it turns out, like I said, if you like what I'm selling and you have money, great. If you don't like what I'm selling, or you don't have money? Great. Hey, Maurice, what's going on? I haven't seen you in a while. How are you, baby? Good to see you. Hey, have you guys met Maurice? I feel like a little munchkin when I'm with Maurice. I need to see him because he's so tall and fabulous, handsome, and a sharp dresser sometimes too. Not that he's not all the time, but sometimes he's like really super snappy. So nothing like a big, tall man in a nice suit. I go every year, Maurice. I go to the Basketball Hall of Fame induction ceremony. And so there's just these giants in impeccable outfits. And it's just like, wow. So love it. So let me know. Again, they'll all be available throughout the year. And if any of them suit you or help you, I'd love to have you pick them up. But if you want them all for free, and maybe you're looking for a new business project, or you're also looking for some training for some stuff, or want to get into e-commerce or whatever. And here's the last disclaimer, if you're focused on something that you're into, go do it. I love you. I want you to be successful. Go do it. Take what you learned tonight, take the conversation, apply it to what you're doing, and go rock it. Pay it forward, help people. Don't get off track. By the way, I've turned away for something that I'm involved in now, at least 25 people in the last 2 weeks, because their goal is to build their MLM that they're already in. And then they're asking me about the opportunity. And I'm like, well, you're already in an opportunity. Why are you looking at this one? And they're like, because they just want to be successful, which, like I said, people want to feel a certain way. So decide, what are you going for? What are you into? Are you passionate about something? Don't change courses because something sounded cool. Ask me, become a customer. You can get the 12 courses for free, or just buy the courses that you want, a la carte. I've always wanted to say a la carte. And that's it. And why are you all still here? I'm looking at the numbers to see if you go away. Like, usually people, I start to close and everybody starts to drop, and the numbers are not dropping. Do you guys not have anywhere to go? I recorded the Rose Bowl parade today and I haven't gotten a chance to watch it. I need to look at all the floats, and I imagine how good it smells being with all those things. So I will be watching the Rose Bowl after this parade, not the game. I'm stuck with you, Ellie. I've been trying to get rid of you for so long. I keep dumping you and you keep coming back. So I love you too, Debbie. Guys, I have a new admirer. Check your profile. Wait, what does it say? I need to know. Does somebody like me? Because often people don't like me. So I'm like, and I'm kind of over it. And then sometimes people who like me decide to not like me. And then people who didn't like me, I hear this all the time. I hated you. The first time I heard you, you bothered me. I just didn't like you at all. And then you kind of grew on me. And I said, yeah, like a wart or like fungus, or trying to get to Tracy's profile. It doesn't want me to go. Oh, it's because I didn't put an E in. Wait, Tracy. How could I only be your friend on Facebook since 2010? That's not right. Hey, by the way, just so you guys know, it's not official yet, but I'm so excited. This won't work. I earned $100,000 bonus this week. Do you amuse me? I actually do think of you as a clown, Robert. I earned $100,000 bonus. Oh, is it Stella? Stella! Who's my Stella? Stella is Tracy's cat. Why did I even think that it was anybody but Stella? I can't believe it. Well, I just saw my cat run by. She must have heard me talking to Stella and got jealous. Can you imagine? That turned me on so much. $100,000 bonus. And it's just like, it's just so stupid. Now I haven't gotten paid it yet or anything yet, hasn't come, but I'm dying to go to the bank with that. How cool is that? And you did help, Neil. Thank you. How cool is it going to be to go to the bank? And I don't say that to go, ooh, I'm so great. It's just fun. It's like a game to me. Oh, look, there's my Stella. It's like a game to me. I like to just find something and conquer it. What do you want to conquer in January? What do you want to conquer in February? What do you want to conquer this year? Hey, Joy, what do you want to conquer? What do you want to be the warrior in? What do you want to raise your sword to? Not people, things, challenges. What do you want to show the world that you can do? What do you want to, me, it was all these internet boys, and I wanted to show them the girl can do it. The old lady can do it. Somebody's going to write me a letter. Diane, you pick on yourself. You're young and beautiful. I know. It's just humor. It's humor. Just, it's just shtick. What do you want? Financial freedom. Great. What are you learning about financial literacy? Are you debt free? And if not, do you have a plan to be debt free? Oh, that's a course right there. How I became debt free. How about that one? How I got rid of all $40,000 in credit card debt, the mortgage, all that stuff. Anybody into that one? That's a good one. It's so simple. It's like a short course. It's like a cheapie. We got to do that one cheap. I might do more than 12. I might get on a roll. Okay. I might get on a roll and get carried away and want to do more. Would those of you that are getting the 12 courses free, if I gave you like 15, would you be mad at me? I'm not promising. Disclaimer. I'm not saying I'm doing more. 12 is stupidly ambitious to start with. But what if I just got into production and I just had ideas and I just said, let me put these things out. Neil's giving us football scores. I love it. The boys can't help themselves. Whatever. If you're in on the deal and I come out with more, you'll get more. And also if you're in on the deal and I do and Don negotiated with me. He's smart. Don negotiated with me, and then I made him a better deal, and he refused the better deal, which was you have no idea what that means, what I know about you, Don, because of that conversation that we had. Debt free. I was able to do it years ago. Now, and Neil, here's the thing about it. I agree with you. You don't need extra courses, but the way that I'm framing this stuff, I'm going to be in your ear getting you to execute it. And what I don't want you to do is the whole idea is each month, by the way, the get out of debt one is going to be just an extra because I don't want that to be one of the months. I want you to take a course and I want you to go, okay, I'm conquering this. The course won't take long to study. The course itself is not going to be like these long drag out things. It's going to be an hour or two, sometimes 3 or 4, depending on what it is, but it's going to be short, easy to consume modules. I am going to do a bunch of them. If they don't require a visual, they're going to be audio. My mouth really well. I don't have to do my hair, but also because it's portable for you guys. It's very portable. What I want you guys to do though is take the information and then execute it. And we'll have a discussion area where you can talk about what you're doing and how you're doing with it. Because yeah, guys, you don't want to, I mean, I watch people all the time. They're just sitting there watching training in the dark alone. That's not the point. The point here is here's simple. By the way, simple stuff. I was on the phone with someone today who shall remain nameless. They're probably here. They're going to slap me, but you don't know who it is. And this person, I told them something to do. It's like the stupidest, simplest thing in the world. And they couldn't figure out why it wasn't working for them because what they did was they were adding extra steps and complicating it. Because that's the way we were trained. We were trained to overcomplicate stuff. See, I come from the land of I don't need to know how the car works to drive it. I don't need to know about the carburetor and the this and the this and the internal combustion system or whatever. I don't need to know that. I just need to get in and run it. Okay. You don't need to know how the whole funnel works when you're not up to that yet. What you need to know is how to drive it. How do you put traffic into it so that money pops out? Right? Just drive it. You need to strip it down into simplicity. How do you talk to people? Everybody gets nervous. They don't want to talk to people because they're afraid because they're trying to think of every possible thing they could say. Well, of course, you're never going to talk to someone if you're worried about every possible thing they can say. When you transcend that and you learn some skills, they never give you the objections. Nobody ever asks me how much I make. Nobody ever asks me, is this a pyramid thing? Nobody ever asks me all those questions that people worry about. I have not been asked those questions since 2004 or 2002, whatever. As far as procrastination is concerned, because Neil just said I'm recovering from procrastination, the reason why I created zero level marketing, the reason why I took it, and that's all free, that's on my blog, go find it. The reason why I created this simple daily plan is because I procrastinate on everything. So if I have a couple of stupid, simple things, I can program myself to want to do them every day. I want to do them every day. I want to write my list every day. Now other people are like, I don't want to. You got to program yourself. But it's like Pavlovian's dog. You got to get a treat. And you start writing your list, and then guess what happens? You write your list, and you start to build this list and everything. You write one letter, and you give them a link to something, and somebody buys something. Once somebody buys something, you will never look back, unless your self-image is messed up. That's why we're doing it. Then you'll push money away from yourself. It's the same thing with e-commerce. You get started on e-commerce, and you hear that ka-ching on your phone that you made a sale on Shopify. It's addictive. I love making sales, not to abuse people, do anything wrong or unethical or not to help people, but I love making sales. I loved hitting that bonus. I love getting that car this summer. I love it because I train myself. It feels good. It feels good. It's like my drug. It's good. It's good. It's good. But everything's simple, 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 simple. I don't know how to do anything complicated. And when complicated stuff comes, I go, I'll do that later. Do you guys know it's okay to say no? I don't want to learn that. Had a conversation with somebody today. We were talking about these products and the setup, and they're like, well, don't you want to do this? And don't you want to do that? And don't you want to do this? I'm like, no. They're like, somebody asked me, is there an affiliate opportunity? Not right now. You know why? Because if I add on more complication, because affiliate means I have to recruit the affiliates, I have to enroll the affiliates, I have to get W-9s from them. I have to do, 1099s at the end of the year. I got to pay out commission, all this other stuff. That becomes overwhelming. It's not because I don't want to share, and it's not because I don't want other people. Gosh knows I want other people promoting my stuff, right? Of course I do. But I know what will happen is if I add all that on, it will become overwhelming. So it's not just creating the product anymore. Now it's 27 other things. You guys doing that? You don't talk to a person because you have to have 27 other things in place. Or you don't promote your blog post because you're afraid that your header is not right or your this is not right. And so what's happening is your mind is going through the 27,000 different things and then you can't do it and you stand still. See, I just decided I wasn't making videos because of 27,000 reasons. So I just said, okay, forget it. I'm going to do figuratively naked. I'm just going to look bad. Because I stripped away, I stripped everything away. Stripped it. My funnels are simple. They're not complicated. Somebody asked me today, how do you do this with the sizer of this on the funnel builder that we have? And I was like, I don't know. I never make funnels with pictures on them. She goes, what do you mean you never make funnels with? I'm like, I don't know. It takes too long. I strip. Headline, opt-in, giveaway. Strip. Empty. Creative vacuum. Make room. All right. I'm crazy. Anything else? Are we done? Can I go watch my Rose Bowl parade? Somebody give me permissions and I'll hang up. It is going to be unbelievable. And Phil is the most positive person I've ever met. And unfortunately, Phil, you can't use your cool fonts and different things on the chat because usually you make cool stuff. Amber has blessed me. I can go. I'm done. I'm out. That's it, I guess. The good news is, for those of you that will miss it, there's 70,000 videos. Go watch some, or at least go put some comments on the Figuratively Naked or share them with people. They don't sell anything. Just share them with people. Guys, go out and my stuff, anybody's stuff. If you see something you like, share it. Because then people will share your stuff. You want more interaction? Go interact. You want people to share? Go share. And that's it. All right, everybody, have a good night. Hit me up if you wanted to know about the 12 things. Thank you, Dustin. We're going for the $1 million now, me and you, though. We're going, by the way, this company has a bonus. If you earn $1 million in commissions, they give you an extra $1 million. I'm going for that. So that's it. I will see. I'll buy an island or something. That'll be good. All right, I'll see you guys later. Everybody have a great night. Take care.